So we have a question here, and I'm so glad that it is not gender specific, because really it is for both husbands and wives. And that is how to fix intimacy issues in a relationship. And of course, we focus at the Marriage Foundation on marriage, which means if you've been living together for a while, if you sign the papers, whatever, but marriage is when you're under one roof. My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. And we also have a free service that you might be interested in if you're having a particular problem and you want a suggestion from a counselor. Write into us. And also, by all means, subscribe to this channel so you could learn about our approach to marriage, which is very positive. Our philosophy is very different from that of Western psychology. So let's get into this. How to fix intimacy issues in a relationship is a very important question. And it's a very misunderstood question because the word intimacy is misunderstood. So let's talk about what you want, because that's obviously important. When you're talking about intimacy, let's use the term soulmate to identify what you and your spouse are. You are souls. This is not some cool word used for greeting cards. You are soulmates. What does that mean? Because some atheists don't really like it. They use it too, but they don't like the term because it implies something religious. Well, marriage is not necessarily religious. Some people do it as a religion, but it is spiritual. What do I mean by that? Spiritual means you can't touch it, taste it, smell it, etc. The five senses can't pick it up. What are we talking about? Love. Love is spiritual by definition. You can't touch love yet. Don't go away. This is really important. It is literally the most tangible thing any of us ever experience is love. You've experienced it with your spouse. You've experienced it with your children if you have children. You've experienced it, I was going to say, with your parents, but not so much. But almost at every wedding, and think about this because it's true, any wedding, yours included, there was a moment when all of a sudden you just felt, whoa, it's that love. It visits us during weddings. I don't know why, but it does. And usually, and I know this from my own past, we can't handle it. And we can't handle it because our mind can't wrap around it. It's too much. So here you have this too much. It's called love. We recognize it for what it is, so powerful, but our mind can't wrap around it because the mind is not infinite. The mind is kind of material. It has its limitations. Love has no limitation. Love is an infinite experience. We can't even wrap our minds around what infinite is. I can't wrap my mind around 1,000,000, much less infinite. And that's why love is so powerful. We got to have it. We can't wrap our minds around it. And intimacy, real intimacy, is between us at that level of the soul, because the soul does experience love. The soul indeed is love. And it's that connection between the souls that is true intimacy, isn't it? You know I'm not making this up because you have experienced this yourself. Now, there's always a cynic in the crowd who says, well, I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you. So if you have, quote unquote, intimacy issues, what does that mean? That means, it doesn't mean you don't have good sex. It means you're not connecting at the level of the soul. Listen, this is going to be hard for you to hear now, but I'm going to say it. Anyone in their right mind, if they give it enough thought, would rather have love than sex. But the world has brought intimacy down to the level of sex because it's safe. Because it doesn't have to get transcendental. It doesn't have to open up the mind to go, love is bigger than the both of us. So it likes bringing it down to sex. Oh, we're not having, oh, well then is this a different question? We are having sex issues? Interestingly, you could solve those by understanding intimacy. Because in marriage, it's a very safe venue to open up. And when I say open up, I'm not talking like a Western psychologist who's saying dump your crap on your spouse. Don't do that, by the way. Don't do that. That is not cool. What I am saying is open up your heart. Make your mind a tool that your heart uses to convey love. When you learn how to do this, it does take some knowledge, it does take some practice. This is why we have books and courses. Then you're able to raise the consciousness level of your marriage to this higher place of love. Your marriage should be constant love that is ever expanding. That means that it's better today than it was yesterday. The happiness also, greater happiness than yesterday. And I'm not just talking, we've been around a long time, 20 years. We have thousands upon thousands of people who have taken our courses, learned how to do this, and they're experiencing this. And you should too. You should not settle for less. Marriage isn't about going from one problem to another. It's not about intimacy issues. It's not about sex issues. It's about learning how to love unconditionally. Learning how to communicate in that way. Learning how to relate in that way. You leave all this other crap behind. You're no longer arguing ever. Western psychologists, they go, oh, there's a proper way to argue. No, there isn't. They came up with that because they don't know how to control their anger, which I say you need to eliminate completely. And I don't say it as a, oh, you should be able to do this. I'm saying as you can do this. This is well within your ability. I'm so tired of the Western psychological view on marriage because it's so negative. Marriage is amazing. You know, it holds two great promises and all the subordinate promises that go under that. The two great promises of marriage are to experience marital/unconditional love ever increasingly and to be happier every single day of your lives. If your marriage is not doing that and you just want to focus on sex, you're missing it, baby. You got to get into this the right way. You got to understand what marriage has to hold out for you. It's right there in front of you. And the world has completely twisted everything around. Since when has it not done that? And there's so much confusion around marriage. Everyone who's married should be happy, like crazy happy. Not because they got a new car, not because they have savings and they're going to have a good retirement or their kids are doing well in school, but because that love just possesses you, takes over your life. Thousands upon thousands of people have been discovering this. You can too. Don't go for fixing this. Okay, so you say we have intimacy problems. fine. Use that as a wake-up call to learn how to be married so that your sex, it'll just tuck right in. Literally, sex is just another expression, when you know what you're doing, of love. Love, love, love. That's where it's at. But you do have to learn. So subscribe to this channel, leave a like, leave a comment. If you have a question, I personally answer the questions that are left in the comment boxes. But if you have a deeper question, not a deeper, but a different question, write into the counselors at the Marriage Foundation. You'll get a good answer, a positive answer, one that's going to take you in the right direction. So thank you for your time. God bless you, and take care.